All right, next battle with Mega Audino. All right, we got Ultra League. Okay, and they want me to go first. Okay, so start Audino and Kangaskhan. I'm going to put the Kangaskhan in the active. It'll allow me to run errand. Okay, looks like we've got Festival Lead over there. That can be tricky because Festival Lead generally is a single prize deck that can take big hits because of Festival Lead allowing them to attack twice. We'll see if the Curly Wall is enough to slow that down. Double Buddy Buddy Puffin. So we got double Applin, double Grookey, bug catching set, another Grookey. Wow, okay. So 3 Grookeys, and I did see they grabbed a Thwacky as well. Okay, what do we do here? Let's attach the other energy. I'm not going to need Psyduck, and I did think about Petrol for Trolley, but because I know they have the Thwacky, I went ahead with the Audino. Monkey Dory, that'll help. Bravery Charm will also help. And now we can run errand. Intentionally did that after the Audino. And Lily's Clefairy I am not going to bench because that would be an easy 2 prizes for them. Okay, there's the Festival Grounds. Pokepad, and that'll most likely be a Thwacky if they don't already have one in hand. Thwacky, of course, has the ability Boom Boom Groove. As long as the Pokemon in the active spot has the Festival Lead ability, Thwacky can go in the deck and look for any card. So yeah, Boom Boom Groove. And it's going to find, guarantee you, it's going to be another Thwacky and another Thwacky. Yep, second Thwacky. Second Boom Boom Groove. Third Thwacky. So yeah, 1 Pokepad got them all of that. So that's why you've seen Festival Lead kind of come back, because they run a deck of primarily non-EX, non-rule box Pokemon. Pokepad and Buddy Buddy Puffin basically let them find everything they need. And then once they get Thwacky, they can find whatever else they need. Okay, so yeah, let's Earthen Vessel. Get rid of the Clefairy. Grab some more energy here. I do already have 1 Dark in hand. And I want to save those for Monkey Dories. I've got 1 for the one I've got now, and then if I get another one, have energy for it as well. There you go. Let's play that. Let's put the Buffalont down. There's 1 more Buffalont, and I've got Curly Wall. Use 1 Jumbo Ice Cream. And I don't think they can take a knockout next turn. I'm going to hold on to the Ice Cream. Because it can heal 80. I don't want to use it for just 40. I think I'm still okay. Plus I can Crispin, so now I'll put this Fighting Energy in my hand. And put the dark, 1 of the darks, onto a Monkey Dory. Now I can Adrena Brain this somewhere else. And I'm going to start putting it on 1 of the Thwackies. and rapid fire combo to knock out the active. So I'm essentially going to have to just take a knockout at return if I want to win. I have to clear their entire board if I want to get enough prizes to win. Whereas they could just take out Kangaskhan and Audino to win from their side. Okay, so Shaman comes in, that's fine. That's just taking up a bench spot. I don't have anything that can hit the bench, so really it's just kind of a waste for them, but they don't know that yet. Black Belt's training. And maximum belt, are you kidding? Oh my gosh. Okay, so do the wave would be 100, plus the belt is 150, plus the black belt's training is 190, and they get to do it twice. And I don't have curly wall up, otherwise I would have just been 130 twice, which I would have survived. Oh my gosh. See, this is exactly what I was talking about. Okay, so Kangaskhan goes down. I'm gonna promote the monkey with no energy. And there's the Buffalont. So if I had just had that one turn earlier, Kangaskhan could have survived. I could have Audino brained twice. Jumbo ice cream. Okay. Well, I'm gonna penny. I'm gonna pick up that Audino because even with the curly wall, I think it would survive with the curly wall, but I don't know how long. So I'd rather just remove it from play. I'm not going to be using it for any of its attacks. Kaleido Waltz is really only good in the beginning to set up your energy. I mean, I could use it to set up energy now, but they would just knock it out. And the secondary attack is only good if they have a lot of energy attached to them. It takes me 3 energy, and it only starts out at 20 damage, which is not great. So they boss for the monkey with the energy. That's smart. Even though it takes both of their hits, that does take away my Audino brain. And just like that, they're only 2 prizes away from winning. Okay, my turn. Let's see what we can do. I get a Night Stretcher. Use it to bring back the monkey. I do only have 2 in the deck. And I have another dart. Problem is, I need to attach to Buffalont so it can attack, but I also want to attach to monkey so that I can Audino brain. So let's bring back the second monkey. All the boom boom grooves. Okay, luckily do the wave does mean I survive, which is fantastic because the maximum belt, of course, doesn't work against non-EX Pokemon, and because I have another Buffalon in play, Curly Wall. Speaking of, Curly Wall allows me to reduce the damage, so it would be 100, now it becomes 40 twice. Got the Jumbo Ice Cream, so clear that damage off. Hit this Boundless Power for the knockout. Okay, I know. So, I mean, I can I-know them down low, but they can literally search for any 3 cards they want. every turn. So there's do the wave again. And the thing about Beaufalant's attack, it does 130. It is a knockout on anything that they've got, but I can only do it every other turn. But I do draw into another ice cream. So let's move this 30 onto that Thwacky I pinged before. Ice cream, fully healed, and I know. Okay, so I get Boss and Crispin, which I can't use this turn, of course. Can't attack this turn. We just pass. Oh, and that's 3 ice creams in the discard. Not good. This is going to be tough to maintain. Bug catching set is so good in that deck. Let you look at like the top 7 cards, and you can pick 2 in any combination. Leaf Pokemon, basic Leaf Energy. So it's like they can Boom Boom Groove for that, and then that lets them get 2 cards. Especially when you run the primarily grass build of Festival Lead. Okay, and they boss the monkey with energy yet again. And notice they didn't do it last turn. They're trying to take out the Beaufalant. They know that I can only attack every other turn. Because if they had bossed and taken it out last time, I would have been able to attack last time. When a card says you can't attack next turn, it's like a status condition that you can reset by putting them on the bench. Okay, let's Pokegear Petrol. That'll be good. I can use that to grab my last ice cream, assuming it is not in the prizes. And Festival Lead doesn't tend to run Audino, so whatever I grab, I'm pretty safe to keep. Okay, so I do have Ice Cream. I do have Bravery Charm. That could help. I've also got Night Stretcher. Yeah, let's go for the Night Stretcher. I'm not damaged, so I'm not in like need of that ice cream right at the moment. But with this, I can pick up one of those darkness energies. Okay, Boundless Power. Slowly but surely coming back into this. They just need one more prize. I'm just now getting halfway through my prizes. Can I keep this up? I know Bravery Charm is still in there. I know Ice Cream is still in there. So as long as I draw well, okay, there's double do the wave. Okay, Air Balloon. Okay, so let's Adrena Brain. I can move 30 off. This is where that Bravery Charm would come in handy because it's got 80. I move off 30. That leaves 50. They do 80 damage, so if I don't do something about that Beaufalant, it will go down. Okay, Crispin, not particularly helpful, but grabbing it out does mean I don't draw into it. Pokegear again. And And, ooh, penny or petrol? Let's do petrol. Yeah, I've got to use it. So petrol. And I've got ice cream and bravery charm. I also have lively stadium, but I don't really want to do that. I don't want to give them more health. Well, I guess I could still do a one-hit knockout. That would take out their festival grounds, but they would just bump it. That deck runs max copies. So we're going for the bravery charm. Because I can go ahead and use it immediately, and that kind of gives it more longevity. That might have been good to have earlier, but I felt like other things were more immediate needs. Okay, and they do have two bosses in the discard. Second, Diplin hits the bench. Yeah, if they hadn't done that, I would have just been able to Audino Brain and knock out the Applin that was back there. Okay. Oh, Penny, what a top deck. Okay, so let's Audino Brain. Use some of that damage they gave me and put it elsewhere. Yeah, we're still going to give it to the Diplin in the back because next turn, if they hit into me, I can Audino Brain to knock it out, take out whatever is in the active. So Penny, the one that's damaged. And that's painful because it requires 3 energy to attack, so it's going to have to be a slow process to build it back up. Okay, put that one back down. Bravery Charm back on. And Fighting Energy. And my Buffalon in the active has the air balloon, so it retreats for free, but I'm going to leave it in the active so that it can sponge a hit before I switch it out into the other one. Oh, and they switch into the damage one. That's smart because they're just saying, okay, this one's damaged, it's going to go down. Well, it's going to be the only thing that goes down because they do have damage on the Thwacky as well, but not enough for an Audino Brain to knock it out next turn. So, good play from them. And Lana's Aid. Okay, so Lana's Aid is a supporter. It lets you get 3 from your discard in combination of energy, basic energy, and Pokemon that don't have a rule box. So they just grabbed Applin, a Diplin, another Leaf Energy, just preparing for when the next thing goes down. And they choose not to attack, which is smart, because an attack from them would not have been a knockout, and I could have just Audino Brained to knock out the one that's damaged. Okay, well, I'm going to boss up one of the Thwackies because Thwacky's ability only works if the active Pokemon has the Festival Lead ability. I know that they did just grab a Leaf, but will they commit it to retreat the Thwacky? A Lily's Determination, Bug Catching Set. There's the Leaf. Oh, and they concede. Okay. So that one was a grind, but we made it. Good game.